I'm telling you this because social media likes to remind you of things that you posted years ago. And much like that thing you said to your crush in 7th grade, the apex predator meme you post now will make you cringe one day.
It totally will.
Well, he's not wrong.
Oh, that's so true.
I'm telling you this because no one told me, and wow, I really wish somebody would have told me when I was a blue belt. All true.
It's funny because you are so proud when you get to your blue and you're doing jiu-jitsu, which gives you that an air to you just by nature, because we've talked about this before.
Well, it's the sophomoric stage in your jiu-jitsu career. Like you know enough where you're like, I'm kind of badass. I'm kind of badass. You know, I can get these new people and wreck them. They can do nothing. So then you start thinking, I could probably beat up 95% of the population as a blue belt. And this is like common knowledge, air quotes.
Yeah,
common knowledge. I want to air quotes it on,
for sure.
But people, they believe this. They're like, oh yeah, I'm a blue belt. I could probably beat up, 95, 97% of the population. Like maybe if you're a purple belt or above, and then UFC fighter, maybe, but they're thinking that it's
their head is at an amazing level.
It really is, yeah. And I'm throwing you under the bus, but I was there. You know what I mean? So
we all did it. It's
one of those.
It's a weird feeling when you get your blue belt because it's not in the back of your head. Some people like us, because we preach it on here, we kind of have to live by it. Is we know it's still a beginner belt, but it doesn't matter. You still walk into the gym the next time like, yep, I'm not one of you people, even though you're that person. 3 hours before.
Yeah.
So
it's a huge milestone, right?
It is.
And you work extremely hard to get a blue belt. So on average, just say you got about 2 years into it. Yeah. Give or take. Not if you're me.
far lifetime.
But it's such a huge accomplishment. You feel so good about yourself. I think it's easy for your ego to be very, very inflated.
I agree.
And when you're a blue belt, people, the white belts look at you a little bit different. Like they want to prove themselves against you if they're on the cusp of blue belt, right? So if there's like a 3 or 4 stripe white belt, they're like, oh, new blue belt, I'm going to go whip his ass or her ass. So
to prove what I can do.
Exactly. So the coach looks at me, maybe I get promoted. Because that's a thing, right?
I wouldn't know.
Not a thing in our school we have to test, but in a lot of other schools you don't.
Yeah, that's
you're just
how it
like,
works,
hey, surprise, you're blue belt now.
And I've seen like 2 recent female black belts get theirs in that fashion, where it's just a surprise and really cool. But I've seen 2. I thought that was pretty cool. 2 female black belts getting their black belt.
Oh, cool!
Recently on videos that I stumble upon.
Nice.
They could be 3 years old. I don't know.
No, but again, it's that pivotal position where you're like, oh, everybody's going a lot harder on me. They respect me more. You finally have some color on your belt. The white belts are asking you for advice and help, and you're like, you
should still shut up, by the way.
You should still shut
up.
But
I have to tell myself that all the time.
You become like a pseudo coach, or at least in your mind you do. You're like, oh, I've arrived. I've been there. I can help the younglings and their journey. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's a good spot to not be a mentor, but kind of, I guess, because you're not so far removed from being a white belt that you're not going to treat them thusly, because everybody needs to treat white belts correctly. They are not lower class citizens. They are what we have to stop this attrition rate of people leaving.
Right.
Big part of that is they suffer all the way till they hit blue. They get blue like, yep, I'm out. A lot of them, and it's because they got treated like garbage.
Well, that goes to the thing that it's so hard to get a blue belt compared to probably a lot of other things you've done in life.
Yes. Compared to like other belts, not so much, but comparative to any other thing that you've tried doing.
Right. If somebody's like, I'm a PhD and so, whatever.
That doesn't count.
That's some different stuff. But
that's above our head and intelligence level.
But a lot of people, I've met a brain surgeon, oddly enough, and he said it was harder to learn how to fly an RC helicopter than to perform brain surgery. I thought that was funny. Anyway, kind of a tangent there, but for perspective,
makes me not feel good about that.
I know. I'm like, really?
Because I can fly.
I'm glad it's easier than I thought it was. But yeah.
Yeah, then it makes you feel better about them cutting your brain apart.
But for perspective, like getting your blue belt in jiu-jitsu is not easy. I mean, you have to learn.
No.
So it's overwhelming. Like from white to blue, it's just you're overwhelmed the entire time.
You really are. And so it's tough because we've been accused, even recently I got a message, by the way, that we still talk smack against white belts. And I'm like, then you're not listening to our actual message because we're here for the whites and blues for sure.
We don't want the white belts making the same mistakes that I did.
Well, no, I made plenty of mistakes.
Of course.
Oh, garbage. And Austin is a walking mistake. So he got a blue belt. I had to give it to him, by the way. I had to give him a blue belt. He's wearing my old blue belt.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's a nice belt. What'd you do with your blue belt?
No, he did. I gave it to him a long time ago because it's a sweet belt, but I bought it too small for me. He has a smaller waist than me.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh.
I thought it was some bro shit you had going on. I'm like,
but I did. There's other people asked me for that belt because it's not a cheap belt. It's the high end Hyperfly.
Hyperfly?
Hyperfly. Thank you.
That's not bad.
Do or die Hyperfly belt. Like you can't buy that belt anymore at all. They stopped making it because it was not competition because it has gold and stuff on it. But it's a cool color.
You fatted your way out of the belt?
Yeah,
or you just
fatted it. I like to call it the Reese's peanut butter effect.
Yeah.
The Reese's peanut butter effect.
That'll do it. They're so good.
They are.
So good.
Did you see? They have these mistakes that they put in a bag. They're like, oh, mystery shapes. And when you open it, they're supposed to be like candy canes and trees. They just looked like they effed up everything and put them in a bag and charge you the same price. Still delicious. Because I'll fight somebody if they tell me that a regular Reese's peanut butter cup is better than like a seasonal shape. Because the seasonal shape are the best kind.
You're not wrong.
No,
I just killed an entire box of Reese's peanut butter cup chewy chocolate Chips Ahoy cookies.
Ooh, are those good? I've seen them.
Yeah.
I didn't get them because I feel like I would just eat a sleeve at a time.
I know. I just ate the whole box.
Yeah,
like,
I'm pretty sure I just smashed
on the couch
that.
watching a movie, and I'm like,
well, you got the nice couch,
it's
man.
Gone.
Oh, look, I ate a whole package.
What happened? It was just me.